Do you want to record your Clubhouse rooms using a Rodecaster Pro? In today's video, I'm walking you through all the things you need to know, from the hardware to the connections to best practices. Let's get into it. The first thing you need to understand about recording in Clubhouse is there's some do's and don'ts. So I strongly encourage you, make sure that you read the terms of service before you start recording. That said, there's a few best practices that you need to understand. First off, you want to make sure that it's clear to everyone in the room that you are recording. There's a few ways to do this. One of the things you're going to want to do is make sure that every time you're resetting, that you're reminding people that you're recording. You want to make sure that you're getting authorization from people to record before they speak. And I'd also recommend putting in the title of your room that you're recording and put a little red recording icon. These are some best practices, but again, make sure you read the terms of service in the Clubhouse app. So let's get started with the hardware you're gonna need to record in the Clubhouse app. By the way, I'm gonna have links below for all the items listed in this video. So if you're looking to purchase some items, click the links below. They're affiliate links. It helps me a little bit and it will make sure that you get what you need. By the way, these are all from Amazon. You're already buying everything on Amazon anyway, so you might as well check out these pieces of hardware. So the first piece of hardware you're gonna need is a Rodecaster Pro. This is an amazing piece of equipment for all podcasters and anyone interested in creating content for the internet. This is basically an audio interface, and essentially what it's going to allow you to do is record the input from your microphone and record the input from the iPad or Samsung device, basically from Clubhouse. There's a lot of really cool features on this Rodecaster. One of the things you'll notice is there's 4 audio XLR inputs, which means that this is great for recording in person, whether it's 1 or up to 4 people at the same time. You also have different sound effects that you can add in. You can record via Bluetooth. You can have 4 mics out. There's a lot of really cool things you can do with this, but today I really want to focus on just recording straight from Clubhouse. You're also going to need this simple TRRS 3.5 millimeter connection. Pretty simple audio connection for basically all your audio needs. You're going to need a microphone with an XLR connection. I recommend the ATR 2100. It's what I use. I love it. The Samsung Q4A, I think it's called, is also a great mic. Again, there's a lot of good mics out there. I'll put my link down below, and what I would recommend, as long as you have the XLR connection though, you're gonna be Gucci. If you're recording from an iPad or an iPhone, you're also gonna need this little dongle. And what this does is adapt your iPad or iPhone to the audio interface. This is called a Lightning TRRS to 3.5 millimeter adapter. I'll put a link below to make it easier on you. You're also gonna need some nice headphones, and it's important that they have the 6.35 millimeter jack. Again, this is not gonna work in everything, but it is gonna work in your Rodecaster, which, by the way, is why we're here in the first place. Another connection that you might consider is an extension cord for your 3.5 millimeter cable. It's not always convenient to put your Rodecaster right next to your iPad. You might situate it a little bit away, so you might want to consider some sort of extension cable for your 3.5 millimeter jack. And last but not least, of course, you're gonna need some sort of device that is hosting the Clubhouse app. Today I'm gonna be walking you through how to hook it up to your iPad and iPhone. So you've got all the equipment, you've gone below, you've ordered everything that you need. So let's talk about how we actually get this connected to our computer, to our iPad. Let's walk through how to get everything connected. All right, welcome to my studio. So let's start connecting our Rodecaster Pro all up. Super simple. I'm gonna walk you through every single step right now. By the way, on Savant Media, we're teaching and educating you on all the ways that you can create more content in less time. So if that's interesting to you, you want to build your personal brand in less time, hit the subscribe button and leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. All right, let's get into it. So step 1 here, we got to plug it in. We need power. This is going to come with your Rodecaster Pro, your little connectors here. Super simple. So we're going to go ahead and connect it here to our power connection. And we're just gonna tighten it up, tighten it up. This is nice, this little tightener is nice because if it gets jerked around and moved around, you don't have to worry about the power shutting off and losing all your recording. Pretty nice. Here you've got your power block. This just plugs into your electrical outlet in your house. Not much to say about that. Okay, so our power is connected. Now we need to go ahead and connect our Rodecaster to our computer to make sure that we have all the latest updates. Again, your Rodecaster is gonna have specific instructions, step by step, to make sure you have the latest firmware. It takes about 5 minutes to upload, no big deal. So these connectors are, again, included with your Rodecaster Pro purchase, all right? So quite simply, you're gonna plug in your USB connector to your Rodecaster like so. Bam, right there, right next to your power connection. And then this puppy goes into your computer so that you can, again, make sure that you've gotten all of your firmware updated. It's just a USB, just plug it into the USB. You got this. All right, now that we've got our power and our USB connected, let's go ahead and power this puppy on simply by hitting this red button. Ooh, shiny. I love this freaking machine, it's so awesome. Again, you can see it's all lighting up. Go ahead and update your firmware, and let's keep on connecting the rest of our connectors. So on the back here, again, you're seeing a bunch of different connectors. The next thing that we're gonna go ahead and connect is our microphone connection using our XLR. So we're just gonna line up our connectors like so, snap it in. Then we're gonna go ahead and connect this to our mic. If you don't, you might consider getting some sort of stand or boom mic. I'm just gonna put this on my boom mic, on my boom stand right now to show you what I use. So our mic is connected to our boom stand. Let's go ahead and hook up our XLR. We are connected. I also recommend getting some sort of windscreen. This helps with the P's and some of the other letters or vowels that can create distortion in your sound. At any rate, I'm gonna move this out of the view so you can watch as we connect our iPad to this bad boy here. So now we're gonna connect our 3.5 millimeter cable to the Rodecaster Pro in this connector right here in between our mic and our headphone connection. Easy peasy. Again, for Android users, you're not gonna need an adapter, but for all you Apple users out there, you're gonna need the Apple Lightning dongle, which looks just like this. It's pretty simple, yeah? Pretty freaking simple. This dongle simply plugs in to your iPad. It's that simple. If you're wondering why I have this weird green case, because I stole the iPad from my daughter. Shh, please don't tell her. Now again, if you are gonna need your Rodecaster to be farther away from your iPad, you're either gonna wanna buy the 3.5 millimeter connector that's a longer distance, whatever, 6, 10, 20 feet, however long you need, or you can buy just some sort of extension cord like this, which is a giant rat's nest. Sorry, Mom. All right. I'm having too much fun here. Okay, so the next thing you're gonna need is to plug in your headphones. Pretty self-explanatory. Again, you're using the 6.35 millimeter connector. It's fatter than a normal. If your headphones don't have this particular connector, you can always buy an adapter. Again, pretty straightforward. I'll put a link below for you. And again, your headphone jack just plugs right into your headphone jack. It's pretty freaking simple. And listen, that is all it takes to actually get this thing connected. XLR for your mic, 3.5 millimeter for your device itself, your iPad or Samsung, whatever, headphone jack, USB to the computer, and your power cable. I also want to point out, for me, the easiest way to record is using a micro SD card. You can also record directly to your computer if you like. I record to a micro SD. Okay, so I'm bringing it a little bit closer because I want to explain a little bit of how this Rodecaster interface works. You're going to see all these different inputs and outputs. For our purposes, we're only really concerned about 2 inputs. That's your microphone in, which you see right here. Now, you'll also notice that whenever I speak into my mic, which is right here, by the way, whenever I speak into my mic, this mic 1 you see lights up. That's letting you know that it's actually registering your voice. Now, if you find that it's too loud or it's not loud enough, or if you see that you're clipping a lot, meaning that the audio is just maxing out, that's not a good thing. You're gonna wanna lower or increase your audio in connector. Again, I would probably recommend playing with this a little bit before you start recording to make sure that you're in the right zone. I think the key here is that you make sure that you're not clipping, you're not maxing out this green. If this green is going all the way to the top, it's not gonna create a very good sound. You're gonna wanna minimize it. I find that about the 40% is right for me, right here, but you gotta find out what's right for you. The next thing you wanna look at is the audio in, and that's coming from your Apple or Android device. Same deal. Make sure that you can hear clearly, and if you can't, just increase the volume or decrease the volume accordingly. There's some other features on here too, like your headphones in. If you can't hear, just turn up the headphones. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's gonna correlate with how many headphones are plugged into the back. In our case, we just have ours. So you just wanna make sure that you can hear yourself, quite frankly. There's some other cool things you can do with the Rodecaster. We'll save that for a later video. Sick. Now everything is connected, it's hooked up. Simply open up your Clubhouse app, host your room. Again, follow the terms of service. And once you're in there, you just hit this button right here. You see green means you're not recording. Tap it. We are red. That means we are recording. We are live on Clubhouse. And it's that simple. You've got the hardware. You're all hooked up. You're starting to record in Clubhouse. Let's go back to my couch, and I want to go over a couple of other things that you might want to consider. Welcome back to the couch, and congratulations on getting hooked up and starting to record in Clubhouse. It's going to be an amazing experience for you. I want to go over a couple other things that you want to consider. First off, if you're an iPad or iPhone user, please make sure that you're fully charged before you start recording, because once you start, you're not going to be able to stop. You cannot record and charge at the same time. Just make sure you're fully charged. Secondly, you also are probably going to want to get video as well. This is Mark Savant Media, and if you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe. This is Mark Savant Media, where we help you create more content in less time. Let's face it, time is a valuable resource. You want to create a huge presence all over social media, and that's what this channel is designed to do, is help you get the tools to record more content, create more content in less time. So by getting the video, you're able to not only record in Clubhouse to create great content for your podcast or for your listeners, but you're also able to create content for YouTube, for Instagram, for LinkedIn, etc., etc. The best way to capture video is not necessarily in Clubhouse. It's kind of boring. We want to put someone's face on the recording. So when I bring on a guest, what I'll do is I'll record all the audio in Clubhouse and I record the video in Riverside FM. Riverside FM is very similar to Zoom or Skype, but it's going to give you a much higher quality video experience because it records locally on the guest side and it records locally on your side, meaning that you don't have to worry about it getting compressed down and getting a shoddy video experience. It's gonna be high quality, 1080p or 720p every single time, depending on your camera, your webcam, and your guest's webcam. I will just give you a quick warning in that this could be a little bit overwhelming for some guests. If you're gonna be recording the video and the audio at the same time, I recommend making sure they're okay with it and they kind of understand how this is going to work. And I also recommend showing up to the interview a few minutes early so you make sure that you can get all of the connections set up properly. Is there anything I missed? Do you have any more questions about recording in Clubhouse? Leave the comment below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on all the freshest ways to create more content in less time. Lastly, I've got a couple of videos here that are really gonna help you take your brand to the next level. If you enjoyed this video, if you learned something, you're absolutely gonna love these videos here. Check them out. I'll catch you here next time on Mark Savant Media. Peace.